Hello everybody. So the market nonsense continues. Epic drops all over growth stocks, all over anything that makes sense in my view, except for one asset that I cover extensively on this channel, which is STRC Stretch, which traded at 100 towards the end of the day today. It did trade at 100. It was absolutely amazing in light of the fact that the markets were dumping the hardest they've dumped in a while as far as the NASDAQ is concerned. Of course, Meta down 8% did not help. The market is very scared right now. Since the Iran war began, as Kobesi later reports, $3.5 trillion evaporated. You may remember these insane drops back in April of 2025. We are kind of back with these insane drops again. The market's not doing well. Rates are rising. The market is believing in the bluff of the Fed. They're believing the Fed will never drop rates, right? They're even believing and trying to believe that the Fed would actually increase the rates. Even though, make no mistake, in my view, over the long term, money printing is the only way out. But then again, short term, the market is still dominated by TradFi thinkers and TradFi money movements. And that's why you can see, of course, the 10-year Treasury rising. You can see more and more people reporting 7% mortgages being back, right? So much for the housing season, and housing is supposed to be unlocked in 2026. People trying to buy real estate or sell real estate or get rid of real estate can't do it. And oil prices are way, way up. And of course, in typical Polish fashion, this has changed as of about 15 minutes, where another tweet extended the deadline. The deadline was extended, so markets are slightly rallying right now. But you know, it would have been nice if he had tweeted that during the trading day. But anyways, the Nasdaq officially apparently in a correction territory. Of course, it's been just bad. There's a lot of think about that. Think about the Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq is mostly Max 7. It's a very top-heavy index. Think about all of the epic catalysts that there is in the Max 7. Even Apple has a bunch of catalysts right now. Apparently, their latest Mac, like their $600 Mac, apparently is a complete hit. They're selling a bunch of devices to run OpenClaw. Like even Apple is having a bit of a moment right now. Like think about the magnificent position of all of the Mac 7 right now. The market is entirely ignoring, dumping the Nasdaq, buying AT&T. Yeah, we're buying AT&T. No disruption ever coming. That debt load that AT&T has is totally safe. People are always gonna use broadband and fiber, and we're never gonna use Starlink or Amazon Leo. Anyways, very frustrating market. Very nonsensical market. Mr. Market is crazy, if you ask me. CF, my video from earlier about HIMS being down more, despite all of the good news HIMS being down more than when the issues with Novo occurred. Anyways, there is one asset, however, that is doing exceptional today. And that asset, of course, is Stretch. Stretch traded at $100. So in light of all of the madness in the macro, think about that. All of the madness in the macro. Stretch traded at $100 for a full 6 minutes, and I could calculate, for a full 6 minutes. According to Stretch.live, which has a history of underestimating, Stretch.live is telling me that about 115 Bitcoin has been acquired in 6 minutes. And then we traded right back down because the market kept being worse, but we're bouncing back in after hours. And we know that Saylor can also ATM in after hours. He amended the 8K for that. So I will celebrate and take a victory lap for 5 minutes of Stretch at 100, considering the awful performance of all risk stocks and all risk on stocks being so awful right now. And Stretch is just stretching right back up to 100. It's beautiful. IBIT down 3.3%. Strategy down 4.5%. Those roughly correlation, in line, plus or minus 20%. Roughly the correlation is in line. No, the big deal today is Stretch getting back to 100. I absolutely love this. Or obviously would have loved to see it longer. We'll see in after hours if it trades longer because, of course, markets, as soon as the markets close, Trump makes a tweet saying he's extending Iran's attack on energy facilities by an extra 10 days to facilitate the ongoing talks, which are apparently going very well. And of course, this is a multi-party stream. You can see it's fascinating. You see Bitcoin spike right away on a tweet. Bitcoin spikes exactly $1,000 in next to no time. And right, that's still the market manipulation that kind of still plagues Bitcoin, albeit plagues it way less than it used to plague it just a month and a half ago, if you've been following that. So this is a really good news in light of a particularly awful day in the market today. So anyways, this was not financial advice. This is not investment advice. This is only entertainment. I hope you were entertained. Please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me next. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day.